Okay, guys, emotional eating can be a problem and it hinders weight loss. And I realize that hormonal imbalances cause more of the emotional eating and also any kind of stress or anxiety or depression, even you could tend to overeat or just eating the wrong things. I already know if it's in the house, I'm going to eat it. My mom likes to eat her processed foods and things that she wants. And I'm not going to fight with her about the foods that she likes. When I'm trying to lose that last 8 to 10 pounds, it's really, really frustrating and very challenging for me not to go towards those types of foods. Whole foods is the main thing that we do here, and protein is a big thing for me. And it should be something that you put first as us ladies in midlife and getting older. For those of us that want to keep our definition and, we need to have a high protein regimen that we're eating a good amount of protein in each meal. I crave sugary foods, fatty foods, salty foods, all of those things that we struggle with. This is where portion control goes out the window. So your calorie intake goes extremely high and it can increase by double just by eating these processed foods. Stress eating raises your cortisol levels, and therefore weight gain continues to happen because the cortisol levels need to be decreased for us to burn the fat. I'm going to tell you guys, first and foremost, it's such an easy thing to do and it's so simple. We make everything complicated. I know I do. I know that the things that I can do to curb my appetite, I just forget about it and it goes out the window when I'm feeling stressed and worrisome about whatever's happening in my life at the time. So the thing you would do is to drink a lot of water. The more you hydrate, the more your cravings will come down. So if you are looking at a guideline or something to shoot for daily, drinking half your body weight in ounces is a good way to start out. Now, if you work out heavy or harder, you should be drinking more than that. So for me, I need to have at least 60 to 65 ounces of water is a minimum that I set for myself that works for my body frame. And then when I have extra workouts like doing weightlifting classes, any of those kind of things, then I'm adding on an extra 10 to 15 ounces to that. I know a lot of us don't like to drink water just plain and it's dull, it is boring. I get it. There's no taste to it. But what I do is sprinkle in Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt is more gentle, I find, and a higher quality. Sprinkle that in because that's giving you the electrolytes that we need when we are dehydrated, but we need electrolytes all day. Water can tend to wash us out, literally, where you are losing electrolytes when you're sweating a lot. The salt would add that back in. It'll help you from cramping. If we have an issue with cramping, especially if you're doing extra long fasts, this will certainly help fix these issues of cramping in your legs or something like that. Then squeeze in some lemon. And if you squeeze in some lemon that taste, it's really refreshing with the sprinkle of salt. We know about the sleep routine is going to bed early would be ideal, and also to reduce the stress and to balance your hormones, we must sleep. And sleeping does trigger and will help weight loss, guarantee it. Do you know sometimes that you go to bed at a good time and maybe you get 7 or 8 hours in even, and you wake up and you weigh yourself, you actually lose some weight. Isn't that nice? Because you are lowering the cortisol levels, and that's where the burning comes into place. So you are burning the fat as you sleep. And who wouldn't want to get results while you're sleeping? Identify the triggers that are causing you to stress eat in the first place. So get to the crust of it. The bottom line is to figure out what's bothering you. For me, was lack of sleep, and it still is, and that's an issue. But I know that I put some steps in place that I can try to combat that, which is by taking naps. Still working on that because I'm not getting a nap in every day. It's just impossible. When I do get 30 minutes of a power nap, anything like that, that really helps refresh my mind and refresh my spirit. That will lower the stress eating and you just feel better, so you're not looking for those snacks. Slow down when you eat. Practice mindful eating, right? Really being in the moment, sitting down, not being distracted by looking at your phone all the time when you're eating or looking at television even, because we tend to just eat and not really enjoy it in the moment, and the taste, the texture of food and what that really feels like in your senses. And when you do slow down and eat in a way that you are showing gratitude to what you have just cooked and made for yourself, then it will help you only eat when you're truly hungry. And that is a great place to be. Healthy replacements are a great thing, is swapping out those snacks that are not good for us, swapping out the foods and having available things like fruits, vegetables, and nuts. For me, I cannot eat the nuts. I had to cut that out because right now, when you're in weight loss mode, you have to figure out the things that you tend to overeat. And that's one of them for me. Even though something's a healthy food, it doesn't mean that it is going to work for you because you don't control the portion size. I do those as my dessert in the evening. And even sometimes I might dab a little bit of honey, and it does just turn this into a dynamic dessert that will make you feel satisfied. So overall is building better habits. And that's about setting those daily routines that we just talked about. Focus on baby steps, one small goal at a time. Build on that day to day. When you wake up every morning and just think about, okay, I already know what I have in place and what I'm going to eat today, and I'm going to stay away from certain things that I know are not going to be advantageous to me. Find those stress relievers. Again, is about figuring out what's bothering you. Think about it. Is it work? Is it family? Is it the pressures that we have at home? Things that really need to be dealt with and that we may have been procrastinating in fixing these issues. So if it's something that you've been procrastinating in, please do get to the bottom of it, deal with it head on, and you will see how that pressure and the relief of the stress will come down and those burdens are lifted, and you will feel like a new person where you're not trying to grab for something to eat that may not be right for you. The last thing I would say is to create a support system. I'm working on how we can create a community here and that we can support each other, and especially when it comes down to simplifying your life, and which includes weight loss, bettering your health in general, and also to have that personal freedom that you need within your mindset and within your environment. If that's something that speaks to you, I will be in touch, and I hope that you're on my email list. If you are not, please do hit my links in the bio. You can put in your email, and please do join my email list so for future things that are coming and offerings that I'm working on. And I'm not going to say a lot about it right now because I want to make sure that I'm completing these tasks that I set for myself and for you guys to have something of value that you can take away from these videos. It doesn't matter how old we are, we can get to the goals of losing weight and losing the fat percentage that makes us feel so much better, helps you not only look better, but makes you feel better. And that's most important to me, and I hope that is for you. Thanks again for watching, and always remember that you can begin again. Don't forget that. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.